Buenas, buenas. Good morning, everybody. How are we doing today? Ooh. Can you guys believe that fucking November literally just came and went? It's gonna be Thanksgiving in like 2 days. Like, to me, that is insane. Sorry, we're a little more close up today. I didn't feel like taking out the tripod. I was like, let's just get cozy. Everybody grab their cafecito while we talk about life. Oh, yes. No, but the way it's almost Thanksgiving. So technically, what? In a month, it's Christmas? What do you mean it's Christmas in a month? Like, the fuck? It just blows my mind. Qué rápido está pasando el tiempo. Like, literally. But it's okay. No pasa nada, oiga. Yeah. How's everyone doing? I feel like we haven't talked, guys. I miss you guys. So for today, we have a couple things. First of all, okay, I feel like I have no one to talk to this about, so we're gonna talk about it. Are you guys on the side of TikTok that makes, okay, not like it makes fun of her a little bit, but are you guys on the side of TikTok that talks of on the Ash Trevino side of TikTok? Please tell me I'm not the only one that's on this side of fucking TikTok, because the way I feel like I'm crazy that only I know who this woman is and nobody else knows who it is crazy to me. So anyways, so those who don't know, first of all, go on TikTok and then look her up. For those who don't know, Asher Trevino is I think she's like from Austin or Dallas. I don't know. She's some part of Texas. And she's pretty much ghetto. So they call her an inmate hopper because she dates only men incarcerated. And then they get free and then she brings them out and then they leave her and then go for someone else. So then what does she do? She gets another inmate. And that's why they call her an inmate hopper. Or como se dice. So the part, I think I've been on Ashley TikTok for like 3 months now. I guess she's been she used to be like antes. So the part I was on, she was dating some guy named Jesse. In the process, I guess they were talking for a minute and they were on the phone, and you guys always hear all these stories about how guys in the system are always like, oh, I'm gonna marry you one day and you're gonna be my wife and we're gonna have kids and blah 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 blah. You know how they always have to lie, right? So they can, get the little commissary, so they can get the little noodles. But anyways, so I guess he was telling her all this shit, like I love you, we're gonna get married and all this and that. Whatever. He gets out, she stays with him. Of course, they fucked the first night, duh, because she's a whore. I'm like, ma'am, he's been in there for how long? Exactly. Anyways, so they fucked for the first night, and then she gloats about it. She's like, "Oh my god, we had sex so many times, and oh my god, this and that." And everyone's just like, "Okay, bitch, get to the point, right?" Anyways, so they were together for I guess 2 weeks after he got out. After the 2 weeks he got out, he left her to start dating someone else, and then she was pressed and depressed about it. So she kept saying how those nights that they were it's funny to me because she reminds me of girls in high school. I remember there was this girl in high school. I don't think she watches my shit, but there was this girl in high school. She was dating this cholo, this short little cholo. And if you guys want to know names, I'll tell you, but I won't say them out loud. But so she went to, I'll tell you the schools. She went to Northridge and he went to Central. Anyways, so I had them both on social media. Anyway, so long story short, they were always they were dating, and then she was so in love with him, which is honestly, I don't know why. He wasn't even that cute, but okay. So anyway, so she was in love with him. I know I have no room to talk, but she was in love with him. I guess they broke up or something. And then she faked a pregnancy. And then I remember she would post ultrasound pictures. And then at first everybody was believing her, oh my god, congratulations, this is such a blessing, and blah blah blah. But then people were starting catching on that she would post the sonograms, Pero you know how like if you have ever had an ultrasound, like it says like blank blank, and like you see health or Banner Health or whatever, and then like where you're from, right? So she wouldn't never post that. She would only post like the actual like picture, and everyone's like, "That's us." And then she'd be like, "Fuck you if you don't believe me. Like you guys are all haters." And like, oh my god, it was so funny. And this went on for a while, and then like she would post pregnancy tests. She would post conversations. Like she was riding to convince the world que estaba embarazada. It was so funny. And then now that I think about it, I was like, damn, bitch, you were down bad. Anyways, so that's what happened. And then I think people caught on. And then de repente, she lost the baby. And then that was it. And then like I think she fell off on the face of the earth. And then now she has like 2 kids or something. But I don't know. I think I might have said too much. You guys might figure out who I'm talking about. Oops. And if you see this, I'm sorry. But that was kind of funny. And if you really did that for attention, that's crazy. And if you did it, I apologize. And if y'all want to know names, let me know. So yeah, anyway, so that's what it reminded me of. So then she goes, okay, so this is why it reminded me of it. So Ashley goes, and she's just like, the first night we had sex, I could tell that I was pregnant. He said that once I get pregnant, that we're gonna buy a house together and we're gonna move in together and we're gonna be a happy family. And everyone's just like, how did you know you were pregnant right away? Y otra vez dice that she was pregnant or something or whatever. But I don't think she like fully went with the lie, because I think she knew that if she was gonna lie about her being pregnant, that it was gonna be like she was gonna have to prove a lot of it. You know what I mean? So I think she was just like, whatever. Anyway, so this Jessie guy starts dating some other girl. I don't know her name. Starts dating some other girl. And then, of course, since Ash is salty, she's just talking shit. She's always like, oh, your man still wants me. He still messages me. Oh, your man this. Oh, your man that. And then she likes to go live on TikTok. And then so like a couple of days later, she's like, fuck you. I don't want you. You're ugly. You're just felon, or no sé qué chingado estaba diciendo. And then again, another 2 days, she would be so sad. She's like, oh my god, I just love them so much. And I'm like, oh my god, girl. I've never actually followed her because I'm like, I'm not giving you the clout, bitch. But anyways, so long story, very long story. After that, she does battles on TikTok. You know those people that are like, oh, send me roses, and then no, well, whatever the fuck they do. You know, people say it's like panhandling money on TikTok because the more cosas que te mandan, the more money you make, or algo así. Anyway, so everyone's like, oh, she's panhandling money, this, and that. Anyways, with a bunch of people, she's battling other people, and then she becomes friends with this girl named Heartbreaky. Heartbreaky lives in Florida. She has like 2 kids, pero no más cuida uno. Like the littlest one, she doesn't really take care of the older one. That reminds me of a lot of people, really. But so yeah, she does that. So all of a sudden they become best friends. They battle all the time. Of course, Heartbreaky always wins. And Ash does it. Heartbreaky has like her body done. She has like a BBL. I think she has tits too. Can't tell me. And then every time they go battling, in a sense, you could see Heartbreaky's body, and then so Ash, being Ash, like se va y se pone en la cámara and sticks her ass out y saca sus tetas and shit like that, and everyone's just calling her out, like, so like, why are you trying to show off your body just because Heartbreaky's body's out? And she's like, no, I would never, blah, blah, blah. So whatever. So they started hanging out. She flies to Florida to go hang out with Heartbreaky. Well, they go on live, and again she starts doing the same shit, and everyone's just like, why are you making it so obvious that your ass is out and this and that? She's like, no, I'm not. People would go like on Ash's life and be like, oh my god, Heartbreaky's body is so good and Heartbreaky's so pretty y cosas así. And like you could tell like it would irritate her and get her pissed, because then she would like either shut off the live or like start talking about something else. And then it looks like they're having a good time. They go out to eat. They go to Disney World. Y luego everyone's giving Ashley shit. Ash has 2 kids. They're like they're in high school, I think. Everyone's giving her shit like, wow, you say you don't have money, but you magically have money to go to Florida, and you magically have money to go to Disney World. but you won't take your kids. Like, that's fucked up. Like, I would never go to Disneyland without my kids. And like, they just start going at it, right? So she comes back from Florida. Todas son amigas. Y de repente, one day, Ashley decides to randomly get some balls and be like, oh, well, Heartbreaky gives her son milk in a bottle to go to bed. And then everyone's like, well, yeah, he's like 7. Like, what, you know, like, it's, even if he was 18, like, fuck it, he's having a glass of milk before bed. Like, who cares, you know? Like, whatever. So then Heartbreaky gets pissed, and she's like, oh, hell no. Like, you don't fucking come around talking shit about my kids after my kid was so nice to you. And like this and that. She's like, after I paid for dinner, after I paid for lunch, she's like, I paid for all your fucking shit. And, you, still want to fucking be talking shit about my kid and blah, 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 blah. I was like, oh. And then Ash goes on her live and she's like, I paid for the Ubers. And then Heartbreak is like 2. And I was like, oh. And then she's like, you're going to talk shit about a fucking 7-year-old. And when this 7-year-old was like, she was, in her, you know, in her mind, she was just like, the fucking child. Like, if you're going to talk shit, talk shit about me, don't talk shit about my kid. And I'm like, that's true. Like, a little kid no se puede defender. Pero una persona grande sí, you know? So I was like, whatever. So then that's that. And then they're fighting right now. Fast forward, everybody's been making fun of her recently. There's this guy on TikTok called Jose Bay. He's like one of those, he's part of the influencers like Karen and all them. Like Wendy and them. But I don't really follow him. But apparently he likes to go battle with her and he dresses up as her and makes fun of her. So then people started laughing about it, like, oh my god, this and that. So there's this page on TikTok. I don't follow it, but I do watch it a lot. It's called Ash Updates. It's like a fan page, hater page. Like all it talks about is her, but of course they're making fun of her. So whatever. So they're doing that. And then she always hides her face, like, no, nadie sabía who was the runner of Ash Updates. Well, long story short, I guess they went on a battle. This was like 2 days ago. Well, not on a battle, but I think they went on live together. And then Ash was like, okay, show your face or something like that. And then Ash Updates is like, bet. And then as soon as she revealed her face, esa se fijó que, like, she thought it was, like, gonna be, like, some old, like, grungy bitch, and she realized que no era, so she got even more pissed, and she's like, well, what the fuck, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, that's that. Y luego, so today I was listening, and then she was like, oh, I already told the police that Heartbreaky, I told the police about Heartbreaky, about Tampa Bay, about Ash Updates, and I don't know who else. Menace to Fennis or Menace to the algo así. And everyone's roasting her in the comments, like, you really told the cops those names and not their real names. And then she was like, I'm saying that you guys need to be careful what you fucking say, because I already told the cops and they have all your information, all your links and numbers and blah, 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 blah. And then everyone's just like, but you already told Tampa Bay to pull up and to be ready to pull up, and then you're gonna run and cry to the police. And I'm like, you're a 30-year-old. I think she's almost 40, or she's in her 40s. Honestly, I don't know. And then she was all talking shit at me. And like, she's like, well, you guys had kids at 16. Doesn't mean my kids are going to be pregnant at 16. And then like just starts going off. And I just think about how I'm like, is no one else on that side of TikTok? Is it just me? You have no one else to talk to this about? I don't think none of my friends are on that side of TikTok. So I'm like, well, if anyone is on that side of TikTok, you want to debrief with me, let me know. What's also funny is that Ash, I can't say too much in case people watch my shit. Well, I mean, vale verga, verdad? There's this certain someone who lives in Greeley that is ghetto like Ash, has like 7 kids, and it reminds me so much of her porque así se comporta. Like, she thinks she's hot, she thinks she's a shit, she's always crying about her baby daddy, and I'm like, okay. Sorry guys, that was a quick little intermission. So yeah. Anyways, so I guess this is part 2. Part 2 of my podcast. So this week, 2 weekends ago? I don't know. One of the weekends, I went on a cabin trip with Hawaiian's friends. And, well, I guess they're my friends too, but you guys get what I mean. Like, his friends. Anyways, so we were playing. His best friend's wife and her best friend were did like a little Jeopardy thing, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna fucking lose. I don't know any of you guys, like I know enough, but I'm like, don't be asking me all damn fucking Jeopardy questions. So they made it enough. I mean, I still got like 1,800 points, so I knew questions that they didn't even know. So the people that were in the thing, I was like, and this one goes out. You guys know I don't really like to say names because everyone has a nickname, but I doubt it that he watches it. So Connor, you're a dumbass for not knowing your birthday, your date of birth, your birthday, because I did. Anyways, so one of the questions, like they had like different sections about like different like because 2 of them were married, and then 2 of them were like sisters, and then there was a boyfriend and a brother, and then me and Hawaiian and his sister, right? Anyway, so there was a section about their last name blank gang, right? It's not that I ever, the only reason I'm not saying the last name is because every time I say it in a country accent. I don't know why. I say the name in American, and then when it comes to the last name, I say it in a country accent. I don't know why. So I'm not going to say it because one day I will, when we get married, I need to practice it to say it right. Anyways, so one of the questions was, and it was funny because I was literally wearing my shirt. If you guys know my shirt, that has literally my face on it. It was, what is the name of Columba's podcast? Oh my god. You guys will see it. It's in my thumbnail, but I will post it right here. One of them, so his name's like, again, me not saying names, I'll say all the names. I think his name's like Austin, Dallas, Texas. I don't know. One of those is his name. So then Hawaiian thought it was funny. He's like, oh my god. He's gonna make fun. He's gonna get mad that I talk. He's like, I don't talk like that. I'm like, yeah, you do. So he's like, oh my god. Like, so the day before was a Tyson and Mike fight. The Tyson and Mike fight. The Tyson and Paul fight. Oh my god. And they were filming it in Arlington. Okay, this is where I get this is the part of the joke. So I don't know his name's Austin, Dallas, whatever. So Hawaiian was saying that since they like his name is like sound like it's one of the cities in Texas, they just randomly started calling random cities. So my dumbass, because I'm already fucking drunk, I start calling him Arlington because I thought it was funny. He thought it was funny. So Hawaiian was like, "You're copying my joke. You know what, babe? Shut the fuck up." Just kidding. Love you. Anyways, so then I start calling him Arlington. Anyways, so long story short, Arlington, we had little whiteboards because one of their friends is a teacher, so we had little whiteboards and dry erase markers. So one of the whiteboards, this motherfucker writes Colu. Cafe Colu. Now they even said it white too, but I'm just like, the way I looked at it, like, did he write what I think he just wrote? Yeah, he did. I thought it was funny. It was very funny. It was a little hilarious. I was just like, this man. So then the whole night I kept calling him Arlington because I'm like, sir, I'm gonna have to call you Arlington. And then I was like, when I talk about how I hang out with I was hanging out with the white folks, Hawaiian's white folks, and I talk about you, Mr. Arlington. And I thought it was so funny. But I was like, I gotta tell you guys about Houston, Texas, Arlington, Dallas, Irving, whatever the fuck it was. That was pretty much it. I'm like, I need someone to talk to about Ash updates. Ash Trevino, but and Thanksgiving. Okay, guys. Before I say my goodbyes, there's this movie that I never heard about it because I am a child from God called Thanksgiving. When his friends first mentioned it, I thought they were being like they were kidding. He's gonna get mad I told you guys that, but I don't care. El niño tiene miedo. Anyways, so he's scared of Christmas movies, scary movies. So they were like, "Oh, let's watch Thanksgiving," and then Hawaiian was just like, "No, no." And I was like, "Why?" And they're like, "It's a scary movie." I thought they were kidding this whole time. come to find out where it's Thanksgiving and they put Thanksgiving. And I'm like, oh, it's a literal movie. Anyways, him and his friends always like to say, nice tits, bitch. I thought it was like an inside joke, so I was like, okay, whatever. Like, you guys are dumb, right? Because, friend groups always say stupid shit. So, whatever. So, come to find out, it's a real movie. I think their budget was like $20. It was a real movie. Their budget was $20. And the whole first beginning of it is a naked pilgrim. Literally, she has her tits out. She's she has running around in her little tits out and like in a little pilgrim outfit, but like her tits are out. And she's running away, and then like she trips and falls, and then there's this mixed-shaped turkey. Really creepy turkey. And he like turns and looks at her and says, nice tits, bitch, and then like kills her. And I was like, and then there's like 3 of those movies. I don't know if they get better with time. I don't know if it's like wine. I do not think they might have gotten a better budget, but I do not know. I don't know. It's a weird movie. Those folks don't eat gluten, but they be watching some weird movies. It's okay. Love you guys. But yeah, guys. So if you're in the market for a creepy movie with tits, Thanksgiving is what I'm offering. And I'm officially changing my name to Café Colu. Not Café con Colu anymore. Nope, we're changing it. We're rebranding. Thank you to Arlington. Anyways, guys, don't forget you can listen to me on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and you can see my cute, beautiful face on YouTube. Bye.